The race for African club football's most prestigious crown has officially begun. Who's going to win the 62nd season of this competition? Well, only time will tell who would be crowned the kings of African club football. SC, let's talk about what's happening in the CAF Champions League, because we've seen so many interesting results and there's still more exciting fixtures to come.
Yeah, most definitely. Quite interesting to see teams that have qualified. It's time for the big boys, as we said, you know. You've got your Sundowns is coming up, you've got your Al-Ahlis coming up, you've got your Pyramids coming up, AS Tunis as well was there. So it's going to be very interesting to look at the teams that are here. There are quite interesting fixtures that we're going to have to see.
Yes, Ivory Coast ASEC Mimosa got a rude awakening. We didn't expect that result.
I don't know about you. I think I expected it because they haven't been in this space for quite some time. You know, they're dipping in and out. And when you look at their performances, they haven't been clinical enough. You know, you look at this game and they were not really prudent in terms of going forward, in terms of making adjustments, in terms of saying, you know what, we want to win this game. And for me, I'm not really surprised that they don't find themselves in here. They need to be more consistent in terms of what they wanted to do. They need to remember the years they dominated this space and go back to those basics that they did when they came into this tournament.
Yes, luckily Orlando Pirates fans didn't need to deal with any shock to their systems. They won their game quite comfortably, 7-0 on aggregate. You know, one of my favorite players, you know, really, Captain about 2000 is another one of my favorites. He shone in that game. What else impressed you with Orlando Pirates in that match?
Tsepa Moremi stands out for me on both fixtures. You look at what he does in terms of with play. He gives Pirates a different approach in terms of the pace that he brings to the team. Quite an interesting player coming from Usutu, which is Amazulu here in South Africa. So when you look at that player alone, in terms of the end product for Pirates, I think he's definitely quite an important player. And it gives them more depth, because if you don't play him, you can play an Apollos as well, you know. So you look at Pirates alone in this game. Also, you have to look at Mabasa, who has come back and said, you know what, I want to reclaim this position of being a striker into the team. Being challenged by Mahopa as well. So you look at Pirates' overall performance, I think Coach Wadu put out the best team he could, and beautiful to see Pirates play the way they play, scoring goals, you know, dominating the game. It's beautiful to see.
Okay, well, I think I'll take this opportunity to ask him about Mamelodi Sundowns, because I know you're an expert when it comes to Mamelodi Sundowns. I wonder why. But what do you think about their momentum going into this Champions League season?
It's a relevant question to ask when you look at the league. They haven't been clinical enough in terms of play as well, in terms of goals as well. So this is a team that, you know, when you look at it from the Club World Cup, you'd anticipate they'd come into the new season guns blazing. And for me, I look at them and I say, they haven't been guns blazing, but do not discredit what this team can do. Do not walk away and think it's a team that's not going to send out a huge and a stand strong message to other teams. Remo Stars has a tough task ahead of them. You know?
They're going to be in action with Remo Stars.
And you also have to look at what Sundowns has done in terms of improving the team, bringing in new players. They've got 4 players in. You look at Nuno Santos, what a player, man. Yes. Good passer of the ball. He's got an eye for a pass. They've got the young guy coming from America, who's brought in on loan, Tsiki and Tabeleng. It's going to be interesting to see him. We haven't seen much of him. We've seen a little bit of him. It's going to be interesting to see how the coach plans to use him with all the squad depth that he has into this team.
Yes. And speaking of transfers, we have to talk about MC Algiers. They wanted Youssef Belali back, actually. Roulani wanted to bring him back, but Esperance de Tunis politely declined.
You can't blame them. You can't blame them. This is a good player, and you can't fault Roulani for wanting this player back into the team. You know, again, we have to mention them having Roulani into the team. Look at what he has done since he's come into the team. Still early stages, but you can clearly tell that Roulani is a coach that knows what he wants to do with his teams. And so far, if you look at the games that they've played, 3 wins and 2 draws. So Roulani really is a coach for them. And I look at that and I'm like, it's going to be a very interesting type of football to see, because if you look at MCL just in terms of the sponsors they have, these are guys that are not scared to compete with the best in the league, the best in the tournament, you know, your Al-Ahlis, your Sundowns, your Pyramids. So MCL just, for me, walking away from their game on a 3-0 aggregate score, very interesting fixture.
Yes, and Esperance de Tunis, I see why they wanted to hold on to all their key players, because they won 7-1 against AS Fan of Niger.
Look, for me, it's surprising you say that. You look at, they've got 6 new arrivals, man. They've got Jack Diarra, who was on loan, and he's back into the team. What a player they have. So when you look at that alone, it tells you that this is a team that I think Mahir Kanzari has a team here, and we need not play this or to a lower standard or look at it and discredit the team. I think AS Tunis is gonna put a strong shout out into the team. And for me, when you look at their play in the Club World Cup, it doesn't justify what we've seen them do right now. So this is a team that is going to be, I think Rahimo are gonna be in trouble when they face this team.
Now let's talk about RS Berkane and our athlete Tripoli of Libya. What are your thoughts on that fixture? I
smile when I look at this fixture because RS Berkane is a team that I think most of us in Africa enjoy watching. This is a team that won the league. This is a team that won the Confederation Cup. This is a team that's going to play a Super Cup with Pyramids. This is a team that knows how to finish off opponents, and Moe Chabani is a coach that understands what he wants to do with teams. So for me, I look at the team and I understand that when I look at the additions that he's made into this team, it's going to be very interesting to see them how they come out. I think Al Ahly Tripoli are going to be in a tough situation when they face RS Berkane, because RS Berkane is a team meant to look at. I think these are my dark horses, to be honest with you.
Yes, RS Berkane, well, a very good side indeed. The third most successful Moroccan club of the 21st century. SC, thanks for joining us on the show. Next week, we're going to be talking about the World Cup qualifiers, so I get to tease you about so many things and laugh about many things with you on air. Thanks for joining us. And for you watching at home, we're going to be speaking to Jessica after this. You don't want to miss the conversation. Stay tuned.